Well, hello there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today, and a very warm welcome to the video, which is going to be all about my recent 7-night cruise holiday to the beautiful Norwegian fjords. Me and my husband, we just got back yesterday and we had an absolutely wonderful time. We went on a P&O cruise. It was a ship called Iona and it was huge. And yeah, we went to the fjords for the week. The weather was absolutely beautiful. We expected rain. We took all our waterproofs and it didn't rain once. We were so lucky with the weather. We stopped at 4 different ports in Norway. The first one was Stavanger. Then we went to Olden, then Flam, and then Haugesund before making our way back to Southampton. So this video is going to be all about that. I did some vlogging while I was there and I took lots of photographs. So I'm going to be showing you all about what we got up to and what we did. We did have a great time. I mean, there were a couple of little niggly things that I'll come on later on at the end and I'll tell you about those. But on the whole, we had an amazing time. So sit back, relax, get yourself a snack, get a drink, whatever you need, and enjoy the video. And it's going to start with a tour of our cabin, which was a standard balcony cabin. And here is our cabin for the week. Very nice. So we have the bathroom there. I'll show you that in a minute. We have a little sofa area here and a little table. We've got a little sort of dressing table area with a mirror above it. Hello. And some shelves. We've got some cupboards. I think one of these might be a fridge, not that one. Yeah, that's the fridge in there. We've got tea and coffee and a kettle, TV and a phone on the wall, lovely comfortable bed. And out here is our balcony. So we're looking forward to seeing the fjords of Norway from here. At the moment, here is Southampton. Lovely sunny day, blue skies, gorgeous. And this is where we will be sitting. So, first impressions of the cabin, very nice, very nice. And here in this door is the bathroom. So quite a good size for a cruise cabin bathroom. We've got the nice sink there, the loo, some shelves, some more storage up here, towel rails, and quite a decent size shower. So yeah, not bad at all. I'll see you later. This is the Grand Atrium on Iona, and it really is the vibrant heart of the ship, spanning 3 impressive decks with bright contemporary design and floor-to-ceiling windows that really do flood the space with lovely natural light. It's a lively social hub where you'll find Vista's Cafe, a bar, live music and entertainment throughout the day, making it a perfect place to relax and soak up the atmosphere on board. So this is the 710 Club, which is P&O's jazz bar. First night espresso martinis got to be done. Cheers. So it's our first night on board the ship and we've had a lovely time, haven't we? We've had a lovely time. He said, yes, we have. We went to one of the main dining restaurants and we had a lovely 3-course meal. And then we went to the 710 Club, which I remember it as being a jazz club, but Well, the performance we saw tonight wasn't really jazz. It was 4 musicians, and the theme was supergroups, and they were doing songs from all different groups. So they did the Jackson 5, they did the Bee Gees, they did the Stereophonics, Jamiroquai, they did Prince. I can't understand why they did Prince. Since when has Prince been a supergroup? But anyway, Scandal, they did not do Oasis. They didn't do anything by Oasis. And as a proud Mancunian person, I was a bit disappointed, not gonna lie. So anyway, beautiful sunset across the sea here. Lovely. So it's day 2 on board Iona, and today we've got a sea day, and we've just been for breakfast, which was lovely, and we've got an afternoon tea booked this afternoon, which we're looking forward to. And yeah, we're just gonna relax and just have, you know, hang around the ship, maybe go and spend some time out on the deck and enjoy looking at the beautiful sea. We are up on the top deck of the ship right now, looking out over the sea. It's lovely. We think we're somewhere off the coast of Lincolnshire right now, working our way up to Norway. It's really windy and a little bit chilly actually up here, which I've got to say is lovely. It's lovely. Because when we were at home the day before yesterday, we've been having a heat wave. It's been like 30-degree temperatures. It was actually 37 degrees the day before we left to come on the cruise. And that's just far too much for me. It's too hot. So I'm really loving actually feeling a bit chilly and getting all the cobwebs blown off. As you can see, I'm using one of these silly little microphone thingies because it's just far too windy up here to not use one. You'd never hear me. So yeah, here we are up on the top deck of the ship. And yeah, it's really nice, having a nice day so far. Celebration night, and we are off out now to celebrate.
Indeed we are, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Well, it's been such a lovely evening. We've had food, we've had drink, we've been merry. It's been really lovely. And now we are looking at this beautiful sunset from the balcony, and we're just really looking forward to arriving in Norway tomorrow and visiting Stavanger. So we are in the beautiful town of Stavanger here in Norway, and I'm standing outside Norway's oldest cathedral. So I think we're going to go in there a bit later on, and yeah, I'll show you what it's like on the inside. Stavanger Cathedral is Norway's oldest cathedral that is still in continuous use, dating back to around 1125. Built in a beautiful blend of Romanesque and Gothic styles, it has stood at the heart of Stavanger for almost 900 years, and it remains one of the city's most important historic landmarks. Port of Olden today, and we're about to get on the Loen Sky Lift, which is one of the steepest and longest sky lifts in the world. It's up there, and I can't decide if I'm more excited or scared at this point, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll take some pictures from the top and let you know. Made it to the top. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at the scenery. Absolutely gorgeous. Never seen anything like it. It's amazing up here. There's actually snow on top of some of the mountains still, and it's a really hot and sunny July day. It's just incredible, the scenery. And there's the top of the sky lift, the cable car that we came up on. But look, the colour of the water, it's a gorgeous bluey green. And the cable car ride up, I was a little bit nervous, but it was actually really gentle and serene. It was lovely. It took about 5 minutes to get all the way up to the top. And I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I don't know how the journey down is going to go, because sometimes going down is a bit different, isn't it? But you see there's all the people over here on this little viewing platform. I'll show you some photographs that I took from over there. Just absolutely out of this world, on top of the world, isn't it? If you ever go to Norway, get yourself one of these, a quick lunch biscuit. It's just like a Kit Kat, if you're familiar with Kit Kats and you know what they're like. They're really, really nice. Norwegians would say they're not at all like Kit Kats, but they are. It's the end of day 4 now on our Norwegian cruise, and today we have been to Olden and we went on the Loen Sky Lift. The views from the top were just incredible, so we're really glad we did that. And then we came back to the ship and we were just pootling around Olden, the town, went to some of the shops, got some souvenirs, things like that, and we've just been relaxing around the ship for the rest of the day. So yeah, we went to the 710 Club again this evening, and there was a really nice guitarist on. He was this man, and he was sort of playing his guitar and singing cover songs. And me and my husband said to each other, we thought he sounded very much like David Gray. And then he did Babylon. Is it Babylon or Avalon? It is Babylon. I always can never remember the name of that song. But he did Babylon, the David Gray song, and he sounded just like him. He was really, really good. So we stayed there for a little while, listened to him, and then just had a pootle around the ship, and now we're back in the cabin. And I think we're going to sit out on the balcony for a while now, because we're going down Nordfjord, this one is called. And look, I mean, look at it. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Some people from our ship have been kayaking today in the Ford as well. And we're very, very lucky, aren't we, to be in such a beautiful part of the world. It really is fantastic.
It is beautiful.
This gorgeous waterfall. We're on the Flam Railway trip today, and this waterfall, what's it called? Tvindefossen Waterfall. Amazing, beautiful, lovely. So we're between two excursions now here today on the cruise. We went to Flam this morning and we went on a trip on the Flam Railway, which was beautiful. The scenery was just out of this world. And we're waiting for another trip this afternoon. We're going to a Viking Village and we're going to see another big waterfall. So we're just having a few minutes hanging out on the ship. I'm here in the Grand Atrium on the ship. And yeah, I think we're going to just sit and have a coffee for a few minutes. So we are now off the bus and we're at Tvindefossen Waterfall and it is absolutely beautiful. Look at that, it's huge, absolutely gorgeous. I want to spend about an hour here now with some sandwiches and a flask and a cup of tea and just sit and relax in this beautiful place. So we are now at a traditional Viking village and it really gives you a sense of how the Vikings used to live. It's really fascinating. We decided to get into the Viking spirit and have a go at axe throwing. My husband turned out to be a natural and he hit the target with some very impressive throws. I, on the other hand, let's just say I wasn't quite as accurate. It was great fun though, and I definitely think I need a bit more practice before I'll be challenging him again. Norway is famous for its trolls because of centuries-old Scandinavian folklore. According to legend, trolls are magical creatures that live deep in the mountains, forests and caves, only coming out after dark because sunlight would turn them to stone. Here's one we brought home with us. And we even found this calendar for next year. And here's me and my husband as trolls. Aren't we cute? Hi, can you hear the foghorn going on the ship? Well, today was our last port day on this cruise, and we were in Haugesund, and I think it's safe to say that that is our least favourite port on this trip. The rest of them were beautiful. They were very scenic, you know, there were mountains and waterfalls and lakes. They were beautiful. Haugesund, it was fine, but it was just like a town, you know, with a high street with shops, and it was all right. But I think on this trip it was our least favourite port of call. Anyway, it's our last port day today, so we've got tomorrow left, and it's a sea day, so we'll be making our way back down to Southampton tomorrow. But at the moment I'm just out here walking around on the deck, enjoying these beautiful views of the sea, and yeah, just enjoying the peace and quiet really. So when you're on a cruise, the duty-free shops on board are only open on the sea days. And we've had one sea day so far, we've got another one tomorrow. And I did go and I had a look around, and there's quite a nice selection of shops on this ship, I must say. I did buy a couple of things. I stocked up on my hand cream, the Clarins Hand and Nail Treatment Cream, my favourite one. I also bought an eyebrow pencil from Benefit, and I got some of these eye treatment masks. I've not seen these ones before, from Beauty Pro. You get 3 pairs in this, so I thought I'd give these a try as well. And for my granddaughter, I've just dropped one on the floor, but for my granddaughter I got these little palm pals. They are. There's a little apple one and a little carrot one, and they're lovely. They're little bean bags, like squishy soft little bean bags, and she's 7 months old now, so they're just the right size for her little hands to hold and to squish. So looking forward to seeing her and giving her those when we get back. Now, when we were out in Stavanger the other day, I went into a pharmacy there because I do love going in foreign pharmacies, and I got some SPF, a body SPF. It's a Decubal Nordic skincare, and I've been using it when we've been out and about, and I really like it. It's a nice one. It kind of soaks straight in and doesn't leave any greasy stickiness on you. So yeah, been using that. And it's lovely. It's been our last port day today. We went to Haugesund, and then tomorrow is our last sea day as we make our way back down to Southampton. And then it's home on Saturday. The foghorn's going. Can you hear that? Anyway, it's quite misty today. It's quite misty and foggy out there today. So yeah, I'll leave it there for now, and I'll see you again tomorrow. So another thing that happened today, I've just got to show you this. We picked up our official photograph from formal night. Here we are at the bottom of the stairs on the ship. What do you think? Oh, I have to find a place for that at home. This is the art gallery on the ship, and it featured a collection of pieces from Clarendon Fine Art. The team there were incredibly friendly and were always happy to chat about the artists, the inspiration behind the work, and answer any questions, whether you're a serious collector or just browsing. And further down the corridor we come to the Oasis Spa and Health Club. So it's our last day today, sea day, heading home now. Sad times, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know, you can do it all again another day.
Oh, can we? Ooh, I've got witnesses. Anyway, we've just been to the ice cream bar. It's called Ripples, and we had some lovely ice creams. I'm not normally a big fan of ice creams, but that one was very nice. It was like a nutty praline stick. It was very nice. And you had a raspberry one, didn't you?
Raspberry stick.
Yeah, that
just
was
like fruit.
very pleasant. Now, we're thinking we might go back to the cabin and start packing soon, I know. But, oh well, it's got to be done, hasn't it? So we've just gone past the white cliffs of Dover, which you can't really see, but they're over there. So we're definitely on our way home now. It's nice, quite a nice evening. The sun's going down. I have a man here with me as well. So yeah, last night, back home tomorrow. So there you go. What did you think of that? I've got to say, Norway is such a beautiful country, and the fjords themselves, it's just such a special place to be, honestly. I mean, there were times when I was looking out, when I was standing on the balcony looking out, and I just thought it didn't look real at some points. You really felt like you were on a film set or something. The water, it was that gorgeous turquoisey blue colour, and in some places it looked like it was completely still, not a ripple to be seen, and you could really see the reflection of the mountains and the trees in the water. Absolutely out of this world scenery. It really did exceed my expectations by a long way. So that was gorgeous. Now, I did say at the beginning that there were just a couple of little niggly things, didn't I? And they were nothing to do with Norway at all. Norway couldn't have been better. The only things really that weren't great were how crowded the ship felt at times. And okay, we went into this knowing that Iona is a massive ship. She can hold between, I think it's 5,000 and 6,000 passengers, and then you've got about another 2,000 crew members as well. So it is a massive ship with loads of people on it. So there were times when it did feel quite crowded. You were queuing up quite a lot for things like the lifts. The lifts were a whole thing, honestly. There were lots of lifts on the ship, but you were waiting a long time for them. And then when one did arrive, it might be full. And then is it going up? Is it going down? And I mean, we did take the stairs quite a lot. But I mean, we were on deck 16 on the ship, so it's quite a long way up, and I think there were 18 or 19 decks on Iona. Anyway, it's a massive ship, as you can imagine. So there was that. Plus, because it was so busy, things would get booked up quite quickly. So if there was a particular restaurant that you wanted to eat at, you had to book it up quite early on in the week. And the entertainment, if there were any shows that you knew you wanted to go and see, you had to book that up quite quickly as well. Likewise with some of the excursions, they got booked up before we even set foot on the ship. People were booking them a couple of weeks in advance. So if you've never been on a cruise before, you might not know all of this. So it's quite useful to watch videos, isn't it, on YouTube of people that have had that experience before. So yeah, the crowds were a bit of an issue, but then we did go on one of the biggest ships that it's possible to go on. If if that doesn't appeal to you and you want to try a cruise holiday, I'd suggest looking at some of the smaller ships, because we did go on another cruise last year, which was again another P&O ship, and it was called Aurora, and that is a much smaller ship. The full capacity of Aurora, I think, is about 3,000 people. So it's much, much smaller, and it's adults only as well, that ship. So it just depends on you and, you know, what you want from your holiday, really, doesn't it? Because even though the larger ships can get crowded, there's a lot more going on. You know, you've got a lot more things going on during the day. Whereas the smaller ships, they're less crowded, but maybe there's less activities going on. But for us, I mean, the whole point of why we wanted to go to the Norwegian Fjords was for the scenery. So we spent most of our time outside of the ship than inside. So it wasn't really that much of a problem for us at all. You know, it was fine because we weren't there to do the indoor activities. We spent most of our time either out on our balcony or out on deck on the ship or off the ship when we were in port. So for us, it was absolutely fine. And yeah, it was lovely. Now, would we do another cruise holiday? At this point, I don't know. We would definitely go back to Norway. We loved Norway, but I don't know if we'd do another cruise at this point. Yeah, what do you think? Have you done a cruise before? Let me know in the comments down below what you felt about it. Some people have the time of their lives on cruise ships, don't they? And they go on them all the time. And that's great. And I know other people can't think of anything worse than a cruise, can they? Because they feel that you're sort of hoarded around like sheep. And I can kind of see that point as well, because when you do arrive at a port and you get off and you look around the town or the village where you are, there's 5,000 other people off your ship doing the same thing. So even when you are at your destination, it can still feel quite crowded with other people that are from your ship. But we can't complain about that, can we? Because we are part of that group of people, aren't we? So yeah, you just have to weigh it up, really. I mean, the thing that I like the best about cruises is just the convenience of it. And it is a really good way of being able to see lots of different places from one hotel room. You know, once you've unpacked in your cabin and settled in, that's you then for the week or 2 weeks or however long your holiday is. You don't have to keep repacking and unpacking and traveling. All of that's done for you. So there's definitely pros and cons to cruise trips, in my opinion. So let me know what your opinions are. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much if you have made it to the end. I really appreciate you spending the time with me. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Okay, bye.